no gold is not enough.
And I'm going to write a custom function here. So to write a function, you simply say the keyword function, and then you give a name to your function. So what I say is I say print player list. Now you can give any name, it's up to you. Now, so I'm using camel case in here. So you have print, then you have capital P, then another word which is starting from capital L. It's a good practice if you use camel casing, because in JavaScript it is used a lot. You will see a lot of code in this way. So if you use this, you will be writing more clean and good code. So to completing the function, we need to put parentheses here and then the curly braces. Now here what we need to say. So in the function we can pass arguments. So if you want to pass argument, you can say here $a, and you can pass multiple arguments. You can pass $b as well, or $c, up to you, as many you want. So you will be using these here. So if I say here return $a plus $b plus $c. Okay, so we are just passing these values. I'm just demonstrating that how you can use arguments here. So we are just returning the plus. So to do this, what we do, we call this function, because by itself this function is doing nothing. It's just returning the addition of these three values, and we haven't defined that what is $a and what is $b. We haven't defined it in our code. So what I do, I simply copy the name and I call this function here. Now when you call this function, we are going to get an error. So if I refresh here, we get the error, too few arguments, because here we said that we have 3 arguments passed, and just add those 3 and return us the value, whatever value you get. But we haven't passed any argument here, so you need to pass the values here. So I say, okay, first is $a, which is 5, then $b, which is 4, and $c, which is 3. I save this, go there, refresh, we see nothing. Now if I believe you already got it, why we are not seeing anything, because we are just calling the function, passing the values and returning the values. We are not echoing anywhere these values. So we need to put echo here and save, and then refresh, we get 12. Now here you get that 549, then 312. All right, now what I do, I remove one argument from here. So what do you think what is going to happen? So if you said it's going to give error, that's your right. So if refresh, it's going to say too few arguments. So what we can do, in case you're not sure that your function might have the argument or not, you can define argument in a way so that PHP believes, okay, if the argument available, I will use it. If not available, I will leave it. So you simply say $c, and you simply say is null. Okay, or you can set it to a default value, let's say 0. So we said here to PHP that if we provide you $c when we call the function, then use that value, otherwise $c is 0 by default. So I save this, refresh, we get 9. So we didn't pass $c here, and we have the default 0, so it's not giving us error, it's giving us the value. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna comment this one here, and I'm just gonna copy this function here, and I'm gonna put this, make this function sum values, because we are summing up the values. So just gonna do this, and I'm gonna comment this. Okay, so now what we do here is we pass players as an argument. Okay, so we are passing this array here, and what I do, I want to print the values. So let's say we need to print the last value in array. So to print the last value, but we can say we have the array of 6 values, so simply I say $players, and here inside we need to pass 5, and we can say echo. Now notice previously I said return, so it was not showing anything and we had to do the echo, but here we are saying echo, so we don't need to put echo in front of function when we call the function. So what we do here is I call this, first of all, this function. Now I believe you already got it. If I'm calling it straight away like this, it should give us error. So I go here again to view arguments because we haven't provided the array, so we can put the array here. Alright, so we have the array pass. Now it should be getting the value. Go there, we get mark. Now we are passing players here, and players and players. You can have the this you can call it anything. You can call it a value and $value. Basically, your PHP knows what we are getting. It is going to looking for the index for that particular value, but when we are passing the value there, it's supposed to be the same variable we are passing. So now we see here, refresh the page, we still get the mark here. So you get that if I change it to 4 and go there, we get menu. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get a value. Still we are using value here instead of player. So you get the idea. Argument you now one more thing you need to note here is that if you're passing players here, that's fine, but when you call this value inside your function, you should match this, because if I call here players, now I called it value and here players, it's gonna give me an error. So go here, refresh, it says undefined variable players, because it is seeing it as a value now. So to print it, we need to make sure whatever argument we are passing, we are using it as the same name. So if it is $value, it's supposed to be $value here too. Then it will work fine. So this is how you work with the functions, custom functions. We will see more advanced examples in coming videos. Hope you like it. See you in the next video.
And our goal is not in her